Good afternoon, and welcome to Math with Mr. D. Today, we'll be talking about adding and subtracting fractions with unlike denominators. Before we go on any further, we'll be incorporating skills from my previous lessons, videos 10.1 and 10.2, 9.9, and 9.7. Without any further ado, let's go to our first problem. You'll see that we have 2/3, and we're going to add that with 1/4. What we have to do first is we have to get the LCD, the least common denominator. You can tell already up here that I wrote down the multiples of 3 and the multiples of 4, both our original denominators. I have to find the least common multiple, and if you look up here, you should be able to find that it's, if you said 12, you're right. So we'll circle 12 just so we know that's our answer. Now, on this slide, I've already created our next step. I wrote down our fractions, our original fractions, 2/3 and 1/4. I have in place our new denominators, 12. To find my new numerators, I have to see, how do I go from 3 to 12? I have to multiply by, you guessed it again, 4. Whatever I do to my denominator, I have to do to my numerator. I multiply by 4, I have to multiply by 4. Same thing for the bottom. How do I go from 4 to 12? Well, 4 times, you said it, 3 gives me 12. I have to multiply my numerator by 3 as well. And now I'm ready to add. I have my like denominators, and I rewrite the problem so I can see it. 8/12 plus 3/12. Yep, that'll give me 11/12. Just like that, that's how I add fractions with unlike denominators. Now let's take a look at a subtraction problem. 2/3 minus 1/6. Well, I do the same exact thing as I did before. I have to find the least common denominator. And by doing that, I have to find the least common multiple. You can see already on the board, I have listed the multiples of 3 and the multiples of 6. And I have one that's in common. Yep, 6 is the least common multiple. So now, just like before with addition, I rewrite my original fractions, 2/3 and 1/6, and I'm going to rewrite my new fractions. 6 is my denominator. I have to find my numerator. I'll give you a couple seconds, and why don't you see at home if you can figure out what the numerator is. Are you getting there? I hope so. All right, well, let's take a look at our first fraction up here. 3 times what gives us 6? You should have said 2. Now you should have 4/6. Over here, 6 times what gives us 6? If you said 1, you're right on, and 1 times 1 is 1. So now I'm ready to solve my problem. 4/6 minus 1/6. 4 minus 1 gives us 3. And of course, our denominator stays the same. Our answer is 3/6. But if you're at home and you're saying, wait a minute, Mr. D, we can simplify that, you're 100% correct. We can. We always have to remember to make sure our fractions are in simplest form. So we list the greatest common factors, or we list the factors rather, for 3 and 6. We find the greatest common factor, which is 3, and then we know our answer is 1/2. Thanks for watching, and I hope that you learned something today.